let's talk a little bit more about where should we start. So the key foundation, the key cornerstone of a financial plan is cash reserve. Who's heard some good rules of thumb of how much you should have in cash reserve?
6 months.
6 months? Okay. Anybody else? 1 year? Heard that? Maybe 3 to 6 months? Anybody ever heard of that? Okay. Why is that important? Well, we've got to know really where it starts with your goals first, right? So if you're on the Pay Back My Student Loans Over 50 Years program, your payment might be smaller. Do you need less cash reserve than somebody who wants them paid off in 3 years? Absolutely. Okay? So it kind of all ties back together. You know, I've always adhered to that 6 months to a year plan of having enough in cash reserves so that you have some things to fall back on in the event emergency happens. Now, what do we need to be aware of, especially in 2023 and 2022 with cash reserve? Anybody heard of that inflation word? Is that a real thing? I don't know about gas prices here in Texas, but in Michigan, I just stopped paying attention. Okay? Well, what do we know is impacting the day-to-day, month-to-month expenses that we have? What's going on with them? They're going up, right? Well, and if we've got our money sitting in a checking or savings account with name your institution, earning you 0.nothing% and inflation's up 5%, what's going on to your purchasing power? Not only is it going down, it's going down in a hurry. 2 years in a row. And forecasts for 2024 don't look great. What does that mean, Henry? Well, what that means is if your banking institution has a money market or a high-yield savings account, take advantage of it. The window of opportunity, have you guys heard of CDs? Okay, I know sometimes I say that to the younger generation, like, what is that? Okay, the window of opportunity to take advantage of CDs is closing very, very rapidly. Because once the Fed starts decreasing rates, what's going to happen to those CDs? They're going to drop in yield. Okay? Well, what about, Henry, if I've got credit card balances out there? What's happening to interest rates in credit cards right now? They're very high. I'm sure just based off a law of averages, somebody in here's got some credit cards that they would like to not be there. Well, if you've got cash sitting aside earning you nothing and a credit card balance at 15, 20, 22, 25%, maybe paying those off is a better use of that cash. Okay? But I want to emphasize it is important to keep in mind what your monthly and annual spending is based on your goals for that 3 to 6 months of cash reserve. Okay? The more expense you have, the more important it is to carry a higher cash balance.